basically what came to me about women of valor, just being victorious and to being, because especially when we're sick, because I'm sick of my body, but I know Lord is blessed, is healing me at this moment. So I thank God for that.
Amen.
So it just basically, women is basically, no matter how we feel or how we're feeling, our sickness or however we're feeling, is that we're always there to help and to do what we need to be doing.
Amen.
As women. It kind of go hand in hand when that my husband was doing our morning Bible study, when he was saying as well about love. That's what everyone has to give out love, and it's out a steadfast, genuine love that women have to do all the time. Just being a woman itself, it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. We have a lot to do. I'm not saying men doesn't have a lot, but as a woman, we have a lot of responsibilities to do. Especially with our children, because we have to make sure they're getting right for them to be great men and great women. So we can get them on their way. They can always trickle down to the next to their sons and daughters. So I just thank God for that, and us having to always give that positive vibe of always giving that positiveness to our family members. We have a big part, even if we're not feeling all positive, we have to reach out for that strength that God can give us to give that positiveness that God always can give us to give to everyone else as well. Amen. And as women's traits to do. Women's traits to always, even if you don't feel like it, feel like sometimes when we're, is to clean up, to be there for our husbands, to be there for our children, to always have that readiness to do what we need to do. When it comes to church, as women, we have to be there for our pastor, for our first ladies. To always to be there and have that readiness to do it. So, it's a lot. As women, we have a lot of traits and a lot of things we have to do, but it's not impossible.
Amen.
You have to, and a lot of women put that in there. It's so hard to be a woman. It's just impossible sometimes. But it's not impossible. Through Jesus Christ, we can do anything we want to do, and whatever we need to do it, we can do it. We just have to just keep on asking God for that strength, and God will give it to you. God give all of us strength to keep on going and keep doing what we need to do for His glory. And so I thank God for just being a woman victorious, to being an excellency as a woman. Because that's just right there is it's really good.
Yes.
And so I just want to thank God and also our pastor for giving me the opportunity to keep to always be up here to give an exhortation to women, just to keep on being yourselves.
Yes.
And know that you are victorious, that you're loving, to keep breathe that love. As a woman, we're not here to bring negativity or burdens onto our husband. We're here to keep giving that love.
Yes.
And that's basically the most of it,
Glory to God.
Just
Thank
keep
you,
on bringing
Jesus.
that love to everyone, continuous love. And it was funny, my husband was talking about this morning about the love thing, about how sometimes when you go to a person, they're like, you say, oh, good morning, good morning, how are you? And you're like, and they're like, do I know you? kind of thing. And it was funny because I'm from Arkansas. And when I was little, we always get to Arkansas all the time. And people come up to you and wave at you and say, how are you doing? And, and I used to be a little kid and I didn't understand that because I was, here in the city.
Yeah.
So I never had that, people come up to you and say, how are you doing? Good morning, how are you? So I used to go to my dad and go, do we know him? And I was like, no, he's just, saying good morning. It's okay. You should say good morning to people and tell them how say hi and how they're doing.
Yeah.
Just, common courtesy. You need to do that. And I really didn't understand as a child, but more and more as I've grown up, it's it's good to just you understand how much you can as a person, as a woman, you can just basically go up to anyone and say, how are you doing? How much that will lighten up their day, just because they feel that careness. You never know what they're actually dealing with that day.
Right.
They could have no one in their life caring for them, loving them. and you just go, this one going up to a random person, go, how are you doing? You're doing okay. They just want, sometimes they just want you to hear, something to hear them, listen to them.
Yes.
And you understand how much you're actually helping that person just by
Amen.
saying, good morning,
Amen.
how are you?
Yes.
Because that one person could have saved that person from committing suicide.
Yes.
Because they see, well, someone does love me.
Yes.
And just give me words of to them. Saying God does love you. Give your heart that God will do that. He will, if you like God, He will let you. He will give you to a certain person that really needs Jesus Christ. And so as women, we have a big part that we have to do is to always keep bringing that circle of love to each woman, to each man. And it's a big responsibility, and every person should have that, but especially women, we have that big responsibility because we're nurturing.
Yes.
And as women, God made us to be nurturing and to be loving and to have the extra abilities to do that. So I thank God for being a woman. I thank God for talking to women.
Yes.
I thank God for being here today. Because believe me, it's not a promise. So I thank God for that, and I thank God for our church, God Excellency Bible Fellowship Church, and I just thank God for being here today, and our pastor, Elder Johnson, and God bless.